Greetings and welcome back to NIMBY. In the previous episode we got the south loop up and running, which we have right here in green, and it's working pretty well actually. We do have some people complaining about the fare too high, but not many, and it's not that bad actually. Price on our system right now is 150 for a mid loop run, 150 for there, and 150. So we have 150 across the board right now, and that is making us a decent amount of money. We could put the prices up, but they will start complaining about prices. And Bram in the comments had a pretty good suggestion. Running a line from the north loop down to the south loop, a direct shunt line between these two loops, would mean they wouldn't have to go around this blue loop so much, and it might reduce their complaints because they're taking unnecessarily long journeys right now in order to make that loop. And that's actually a pretty good idea. So I think what we'll do today, before we move on to the actual main task, is we'll run a dedicated shunt line between the north line and the south line. I'm thinking between this station and this station here. Okay, so let's get ourselves a track. We'll start with a branch so we can pull off of the main track up here. Make sure it goes the right way, because if it doesn't go the right way it makes everything really awkward. That is actually pretty perfect. Put that there, and I wanted to go straight ahead because they're going straight down here. Perfect. And we'll take this track down and make sure we are set to trams, please. There we go, 45. And our job is to come down to this station. So we're going to run it. I'm going to run it pretty close to the existing one, but I don't want to go through the town itself. I want to head it out a little bit and sort of cut the town, and we'll pretend that there's actual people we care about living in these towns. Okay, we're going to try to avoid their houses a little bit. We're going to hit the highway here. Then we have to watch out for the water. So I say we cut through this little bit of industrial state here. We can cut across that fairly easily. Boom. There we go. Get ourselves to here. We can begin to turn. And that should put us in line with this water, which will put us in line with that. Now what I'm going to do is make life easier. I'm going to take a branch off of here first. Take that there. Make it go straight out that way, and we can head up here to this. That's our plan. And we're going to need to pop it there. Bring it up to here, and then make sure we're aligned roughly. And we have to deal with this water. So what we're going to do is put it there, and then we're going to switch to a railway. And a railway should allow us to get across the water. Really? No? Okay, we're going for an aquifer then. Let's say that. It could just be a bit too high. Let's pop out there. No, it's too wide to get the way across there. Okay, in that case, let's put ourselves back to a move tool. Delete that. New track. And give me an aquifer. That'll get. You know what? We could actually keep on these. Just hook around there for a moment. Bring that up here. Then aquifer here, because it is a. Is it aquifer? Viaduct. Aquifers don't carry water. Viaducts carry trains. Ignore me. I'm not a complete idiot. I just forget a lot of important stuff. A lot. Right, that comes up here, and then we can bring this up here to there. Move tool to delete all this excess track, and wow, they almost lined up perfectly. Almost. Delete that one. New track from there, and where are we? There we go. That has actually put a pretty decent curve on it as well, which I was failing to do myself. Alright, so we have the track in place. I would like to not have this kink in the line though. There's really no reason for it. There we go. So it goes up there, goes up there. It does bulge out a little bit here, but that is just to help stop us running through all people's houses with this particular bypass tram. And that'll work quite well overall. Okay, so let's get this new line up and running. Let's build that €4 million track. Dollar track? Dollar track. Okay, that cost us 4 million. Luckily it's just before midnight, so I'm going to pause for a second. Buy the trains now before the midnight, and that way it doesn't show up in our costs, so we can see actual profits rather than the cost of the trains and stuff. Well, to do that, however, we do need a new line. Give me a new line, and the new line will be Peterborough. I put GH. Peterborough. North, south. Peterborough, north, south. Okay. Have I been codes in? I have been doing, yes. So the code will be Peter NS. Price will be the same for now, 1.50. We'll give it a different colour to make it easier to spot. Let's see, we have blues, we have reds, we don't have a pink, so there's a nice pink. Alright. let's set it up with some stops. I think it's going to be a shunt line between that stop and that stop. It'll just be the one-to-one. So B line to A line. And that is it. B line to A line. Boom, 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 boom. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No difference at all. Never stopping. Okay. That route takes... Cancel that. That route is up and running. There. We don't have the button. There is. Timing calculator. There's been some updates since last time we played, and some of the buttons are now hidden between other things like this one. It used to be all in one place. Okay. Acceleration ramp. I don't know. Initial ideal speed 40. Boom. Okay. Min interval, don't care. Stop times, estimate travel time. We've 37 minutes. It's a bit high. So we're going to need at least 2 trains to run on this service. So, and I expect it to be busy. So, buy new trains. And we're going to want some city trams because they're the only trams we really have. Well, we actually have on the other line, by the way. We're running city trams on them. They look like city trams. Yeah, they're city trams. We'll keep the same system running. City tram. And we'll go with... What's the maximum we can go? We want 2 trains. Because we forget how the new system works. There we go. So we can go with 5. We go for the maximum. And that'll give us 305. And I feel it's going to get busy on this line. So I'm going to buy these 2. And it's going to cost 23 million. Boom. There we go. And we're going to stick them onto our new line, the north-south shunt. Same goes with this one. Put them onto the north-south shunt. There we go. So that should put them both on there now. And then that can go away. We estimate it's going to be 36 minutes between them. It's a loop. So we'll just have to see that run for a second. But I think we'll just put a... give them a 20-minute gap between them right now. We have to be careful though, that's the problem, because we don't want them waiting at a station too much. We could put a waiting point in here. Ooh, we could put a waiting point down here for them to wait at. That's actually not an idea. Add a waypoint here in the middle of nowhere. That wants to go up here. Can I move that? Move the waypoint. Move the waypoint. Okay, can't move the waypoint. There we go. Move the waypoint. So you go from B, which is up here, down to there, and then to there. And we can put here a hold so that they balance each other out. So they never stop at the actual stations because I don't want them waiting at stations, blocking the station up. 20-minute wait there. And I feel we're going to need more trains because 20-minute, 2 trains, 24 minutes. Yeah, because if I got that and run, it's a fixed meters per second city tram. That one. Train max is 70. Your train, what is the line itself is 45. So these lines we could build train lines and have the trains go faster. That is true. Never thought about that. They're a lot more expensive, but I never really thought about it. These are 45. We're going to set it to 40. Well, actually, they're going to set it to 45 because they are going to be running it most of the time. It's going to be 34 minutes, and 40 will give us a total of 38. 38 versus 38, 34. So yeah, it's about the same. 38. So calculator pops up on my upper screen, and we say, if we say it's going to be a 38-minute journey, we've got 2 trains. It's 19 minutes between them, because that is, there we go, 19-minute wait at that waypoint, and we should just be able to unpause it and then let them run. Both these trains should move pretty quickly. Get rid of that calculator there. Down to the next service, and then we will be good. I think 19 minutes is okay. We've just got to be careful with them, make sure nothing bad happens, and we might need to buy more trains. So that's just a thing. Let's push that schedule forward a bit. There we go, and run these 2 down here. They should pass through that no problem. Fairly sure that should have stopped you. Min stop time, min interval. Have to keep an eye on that one. You 2 should have held. You should have held. We'll check them on the next pass because I don't want them going to us too fast. I just want them to get here. I want the second one to stop. Here we go. First one comes through. Should be no issue at all. Straight through. And the second one pulls in and it should hold. Okay, I'm missing something here. Min stop interval is pass, but I can't put a time in there. Min interval is 19. If I put min stop is 10 seconds. There we go. Speed them up. Off you go. Maybe they'll actually hold, but I don't want them to hold for 10 seconds. I want them to hold for the 19 minutes and separate each other out. I don't want to put this into a stop in a station. That's the thing. Here they go. Coming up and then straight back down again. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you use waypoints before, so I don't know if it actually works. So, train 1 comes in and passes. You stop for 10 seconds, which I don't really want to do, but we have to deal with it for a minute. And you pull in, and you stop for 18 minutes. So I don't really want them to stop at all, that's the thing. But we'll deal with that. Pass. So the min stop, I don't want the min stop, that's the thing. I don't want them to stop at all. I don't even want them to wait. I just want them to spread out, so we get this done. I mean, I could move this way up to here, so it's done like right before the station, so it doesn't actually impact the speed that much. Actually, not a bad idea to move it down the line. Let's do that actually. Give me a waypoint right there on the way into the station. The same thing will happen. It'll be a 19-minute wait, and there'll be a 1 second hold. And then I can delete that one once the other train gets moving. Do 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 do. 5, 4, 3, 2. Perfect. They're passing each other now. So if I take that now and I delete that, would that start moving immediately? No, it still has to wait for the line to go through. That's fine. Saying that, yes, that's fine. I thought it was at the wrong place then. That should allow them to level out a little bit, and we should get an actual reading on them. Right, go from down here. That one shouldn't have been triggered yet, so no one should even stop at that one yet. And then the next train coming down is there, and we should see a momentary stop just as it comes in. It slows down, and it stops for a second, and it continues on. It does slow down, but I don't feel that's a big problem given how close it is to the station. And that should keep them separated out. Okay, how's the accounting going here? They're not making any money just yet. We have got them a price set, making sure. And there's nobody else, but it is 2 AM, so we're not expecting to see any traffic right now. We have made a small amount of money in, but we have also lost a decent amount of money in. So far, we are making profit. We've spent 500 on maintenance. We got 1,000 in fares. We're making some money, just not a lot. But it is 3 AM, so I don't expect to see much just yet. All right. Well, while we leave that all alone, leave that loop running. We'll have to come back and check on this loop at around 2-3 PM, I say. But for now, we're gonna head over here. I'm gonna start doing a bit of a Leicester loop. Get some Leicester up and running, because Leicester is a big town, but it's a city. And we can do a high-speed link between these two at some point in the future. Not just yet, but we can get the cities up and running. Okay, let's start with a bit of track. Well, we're going to want a station start. Where's stations? Stations. Station platform. And we're going to want trams. Now, what is the best place to start? Do we start with a centre run? I think it's actually not a bad idea. Start with a centre, do a loop around the centre, and then we can do loops on the sides if we need them. We've got Cistern up here, which is quite big, and I feel we're going to want to pull that in. Ooh, these are all new. Speed overlay, population overlay, population. Yeah, we're going to want to pull in most of this area here into this. Is going to be a lot of smaller loops feeding into each other, I feel. Okay, so I think we're going to want a central loop then, aren't we? So let's start with a station, and I say we keep them separated by the river, and we have the centre will be Leicester here, down, around, and up this road here. I think we'll follow it down to Alston Leisure Centre, shoot up this road here, Humberstone Park, keep it a fairly small loop, and then we'll have the north loop, which will be probably up to Queenborough, and then maybe that far out. What's the map look like? Yeah, it's got some stuff up there. We can go for that far. Stinton down to this road and back up again. Might come down here depending. I don't think we'll come down here. We'll probably have an east loop on that. Okay, let's get that up and running then. So I want to be as close to this river as possible because I want to be able to utilize this river as a way to hopefully have one station going across it. It's probably best to do it here, our starting station. So put that there. And we want this to be about 100 meters. 79, 80, 100 is what we're going for on average. Pop that one there. And move that across the best we can. There we go. We do 100 meters. And just out of curiosity, can we get another station to touch the side of it and still be counted as with it? The answer is no. You see how, although they have the same name, they are separate stations. They don't do it until we touch them. Okay, so we can't use the river as a grab, but we can still do that. We're going to want to do stations. We're already on trams, yes, and we're going to go down these. Now, if we use that road over here that I was planning on using, which is this one, yeah, that's good. So we're going to come down here, shoot up this road here, which apparently isn't going to be a thing because we're going to be coming up the higher fields with this one, unless we move that one right across and use this caption area, which I feel actually might be more suitable for what we're doing. We want to catch everything in that river area there. Okay, so let's bring this down to 100 meters. And we keep as much of it inside this side of the river as we can. That will do just nicely. And it covers this area, so we can actually use that to come straight down here. Now, where's the next station? I want to come down as far as this. Ideally, we want to cover this area down to this road and up, but I feel we're going to have a potential issue here, but I think actually it might be doable. Okay, give me, I'm not on station, but that's why it's not letting me do it. Let me see if we come down here. We'll grab from there down, and that's really nice overlapping there. Bring that down to here, and we'll go across this road, and we're going to come up this road if we can, or we may need to come in a bit earlier to help catch all this area. So that's going to bring you out wide here. I think we can get one there. Pop that to 100 meters. Boop. And then I want to put, that's going to bring us across here. And I would like to grab a station here, but I've got to be careful not to go too fast. So I want to grab a station here, which means what I really want to do then is turn this one that way. That's that road there. You come down, go across. Yes. You come down here, but I want to make you more up actually, like that. There. Then T for stations. He'll come around, hook around, and we'll send you straight across this road here. Can I see the distance marker? 100 meters. Boom. That'll come around and circle in. You'll come across here, and you're going to start doing your work over here. 100 meters there, and then you'll go north. And we'll try and get as much of this covered as we can. There is going to be a small gap right there, unfortunately. We could try and grab that, but we are going to be losing a fair bit. You know what? Let's go for it. Doesn't hurt to try and grab more of the station area. There we go. And pull that one back to there. There we go. We've got as much of the area as we can get. We can probably grab that from the other side at some point. This south piece here, we probably should also try and grab then as just as a general course. If we do it from here, can I see the marker? 100 meters, perfect. That means you can be deleted, and you can be deleted, and you can stay. But no, you know what? We'll delete you. We'll place another one down. Probably here then. Yes, perfect. That seems like good. We just need to get this set to 100 meters. Boom, there we go. Next station will then be over here at Knighton. Probably about there, going north. It is going to leave a small gap, so I'm going to drop it off there 80 meters and widen it down a bit. Bring that in there, there we go. And make sure we stay to the 100 meter marker if we can. Next station, there's going to be a gap here, sadly, and not much I can do about that other than bring the college down. But put you here. It's not the largest area of gap, so we should be okay. Bring this one into here, and there's always going to be little bits we can't grab, sadly, unless we want to lose. We could lose areas. It's not bad. If we take you that way, just a tiny amount, And if we bring you across, watch out for the river, you see, as well. Don't want to lose much of the river if we can help it. You can come down a bit, but not. It doesn't really affect that. It's really going to be this one here that has to come across to fill that gap up. There we go. I think we can sacrifice that small amount there. You can do that. And then this one here is going to have to be the one that helps cut this piece off a little bit, if we can help it. There we go. Okay, we still have a gap, but not what we can do about that. That brings us up this side. And we want to bring this up to Rusty Mead up here. So I'm going to take this side first, so we can push this side out if we want to be able to. We're going to go up this Belgrave Road. So we'll grab it from here. That, and then that allows us to cut this off as much as possible. We're going to want one more here. Now the problem here, there is a river, so I'm going to do it just south of the river. I was going to go north, but I feel that that would cause us a problem. Then we need to come down, so we're going to come here to 100 meters, and then we should be able to fit one right here and cover most of this gap up. There, that goes. That covers actually the middle route pretty well. It's also quite a large middle loop actually. Ooh, I didn't realize we come that far south. Okay, so that's not going to be the south. That's that there. These two stations definitely the middle part of the south loop. So these two stations here are going to connect to each other. And actually, that's not the worst. We can just swing that one around that way. We can cancel that. We can go back to move tool, not track tool. Move you that way, and move you that way, and you'll feed into each other nicely. There we go. That's not a problem. And then we'll just have to bring these stations up to talk to this one probably. Okay, let's get the middle loop up and running though. We are at 5 PM, so we're getting close to the time I want to go and check up on our over area. So we'll go there in a moment. But connect that up and come over here. Boop. And then this one down to this one. And then, yes, this one's going to be the last one we connect to for now. Put that in there. This one cuts over this way. You can hear Smudge happily attacking his little cardboard scratching post in the background. This one comes up this way. Into, doesn't like that. There's a river there. There's a river there. Straight across that. And into there. Bring this one to the north. And into there. And then finally this one comes across here. And there is a river, so we're going to just go a little bit wide. And allow us to bring a train station in. Not train station, a train track into circulation just here. There we go, and back to trams. Boom, there we go. And that should give us our central loop. These stations in the bottom, we're going to delete these now so we don't accidentally bring them in, and we can deal with them later. Let's take move tool. The move tool is very important here because I can just delete the stations we don't want just yet. Doop, 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 doop. All right, let's hold the time so we can build these stations for 18 million, covering all of the central point, and then go check on this new line we have over here. How did it work? 29 people complained about fares 2, which, to be fair, is not far off the day before. 37, actually it's a bit better. Let's see where they were. Where did they complain about? Where were the refunds? Give me the refunds, please. Peterborough South is the place where they complained so much. Well, they can keep complaining as much as they wish because that is a good fare. It's probably because they come down into Yaxley. This extra PC is probably annoying people who want to go this short route, but they can stuff it. Okay, but the new line, the North line, has no complaints. It has a lot of passengers here. I'm noticing this train is full. This train coming down is nearly full. Okay, so these trains are definitely handling the workload. No one's complained about the being stuck, which is good because I bought big trains. But we may need to put an additional train on this track if we have a problem, which I hopefully don't think we will do. But we are looking 18 minutes, 19 minutes. Yeah, they're nicely spaced out. We'll just keep an eye on them for now. But they do appear to be doing a pretty good job. The money-wise, let's see, money. The new track made us 95,000. Peterborough North made 166, 313, and 487. I think the people complained that got £2 worth of refunds can live with it for now. And I may even put the price of the tracks up at some point. But that is working really well here, so we can continue with the timer back to normal while we come over here and finish off our Leicester run. There we go. Now this place is going to want a station. Now, one thing I've learned with this game is pause before you run a line, otherwise people start complaining about your lines. Okay. New line. The new line is going to be called, is it Leicester we're in? Leicester, yes. Leicester. Leicester. No D in the beginning. Best to check the spelling. No D at the beginning of Leicester. It's actually a silent D. Leicester. Leicester Central. And we will call it, the code will be Leicester C. Price will also be 1.5 per run. And we'll keep this one yellow for the Central. We should go for the same colour scheme. The Central should be blue. In fact, copy your blue and paste it there. There we go. Alright, that will allow our Centrals to... if we do that, we can keep all the colour scheme roughly the same on each city. Probably not going to do it. Probably going to forget at the very first chance we get. Let's start here. A track south, A track south, A track north, A track north, A track north, A track north, A track south, A track south. Flip the route around, take the B route in the exact opposite direction. And then we figure out how many billion trains we're going to need for this loop. Okay, stop adding new stops. Bring my schedule out. They're going to do an average of 40. Let's see, it says it's going to be an hour and 12. We don't want it to be an hour and 12. An hour and 12 is a lot. But that hour and 12 is the full loop there and back. We take the hour and 12, don't know, hour and 10 for safety. So that's 60, 70 minutes. We'll divide that by 5 trains. 14 minutes, maybe 4 trains. 17 minutes by 4 trains. 17 minutes a pop. What are we aiming for average on these? Our average, is 13 minutes, 16 minutes, 18 minutes. Yeah, so we're aiming around the 18, 19 minute. So I feel 4 trains on the new Leicester loop will do just nice. Turn that off and go buy ourselves 4 trains. New trains. City trams. We'll go for maximum size again. We're going to want 4 trains this time round. Purchase them all and pop them all on to the Leicester Central. Hi, Smudge. Leicester Central. Okay, that's 4 now on the Leicester Central. Let's see, where Leicester. 4 trains. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. Leicester, all up and running. Trains are on the loop. So we just need to set a timer. We said 17.5 minutes is our estimate. So if we go here and say, I want your timings to be 17-minute gaps between them. Boom. That's not the right one. That's the min stop time. There we go. Set that to 10-second waits and set your interval at 17 minutes gap. There we go. Alright, I wonder where that hint comes from. Did that calculate from somewhere? I don't know. Anyway, we can unpause now and set these trains on their route and they can start getting passengers in. 18 minutes 13 is what I'm kind of interested in how that was calculated. Does that get calculated for each of these? It does. Huh. I put 45 in there. Does that... It does. Okay, so we can... If we did that, 40-minute gap, it says it's an 18-minute 13 to even out. I've got it set to 17 minutes. So it's giving me that actual clue that's helping me out. But I'm going to keep it at 17. They'll be relatively balanced out. Then we'll get a better timer for this, hopefully. And hopefully, these trains will be relatively balanced. We have passengers already wanting to get on the track, which is great. We should actually be looking at the economics of this station. There we go. People are... Ooh, get rid of that. Go away. That's annoying. There we go. So we already have 10 grand in passenger fees, and it's only been running like an hour. It's been running like half an hour. So I think that's pretty good. Just got to wait for some of these trains to catch up with each other. They are sort of bottling up a little bit too much right now, but I'm hoping that'll balance out. Although I don't think that's going to happen. I think we've got too many trains for that 17-minute gap. Well, there's 52-minute gaps up here and 17 minutes here. Your gaps are actually starting to confuse me. I think the 17 needs to come down quite a lot. Because look at that, I've got 2 trains here now clogged up. And that timer's going to run out. I think it's this first station that's causing the problem, actually. Clock tower. Clock tower, 0 minutes on the clock there. And then the other clock tower at the other end. Let's just make sure they never wait at clock tower. It could just be, because of the clock tower here, that they're having a weird bottleneck. And it could just be a random tag issue, but we'll find out in a minute if that is the case. It could be, okay, it could be because trains are coming in from both sides and then sort of getting stuck behind each other. If that's the case, we should see these balancing out. That is looking like the case, actually. Now that they've been separated out, they don't appear to be having the problem anymore. Let's take a look at the counting. Not the accounting, look at the state. And these are all getting close. These ones need to be visited, but they will be completed in the next part of the loop. They should all be around between 17 and 19 minutes average gaps between them. And it does look to be that way. These ones are down to 17s. This one's coming through now. Yep, everything's around a 17-minute mark. It does appear the timers are working really well. Perfect. One thing I'd still like to see added to the game is these stations showing how many passengers are waiting at the station. Because right now there's no way of knowing. If you zoom in, you can see the number of passengers, and well, it's early morning, so you can't see the time. But you can see the number of people waiting at the station right now. But that doesn't tell you if they're on different routes or not. Whereas on this screen, it'll tell you if they're on this route or not. So that would be helpful. Okay, so all the things are up and all the lines are up and running right now. We are good on this. We have Peterborough shunt line operating pretty well. Let's have a look. If we go to profits, we can see that they're all making some good money right now. Even our Leicester line, which is new, is making money at 1 AM. So even our early lines are making good money. We do have our central Leicester, and what we'll do in the next episode is we will start looking at getting some of the surrounding lines up and running, because I would like to get those up and running as soon as we can. So I think we go for a north, and we can ping north off of the Appleton Park or the Mellor Community School, and bring them up here. we can have an east loop, we can have a south loop, we can have a west loop, and it might even be that we might need to have a north and a southwest loop, because it's quite a big area to cover. I'll probably have a southwest and a northwest loop separately. This east is actually a small piece. The south is actually quite big, but I think we should be able to cover that. Looks like we should be able to get around it. We'll figure that one out as we go. But yeah, so Leicester's pretty much initially started, and we are making some good money on Leicester. What was our last day's profit, by the way? Fares, 1.4 million. So that's not too bad overall, considering we only got one town running. So let's see how that goes, and we'll come back to the next episode, and we'll get some more Leicester places running. What I'm wondering is, if when we get Leicester, do we link Leicester to Peterborough straight away? Or do we leave Leicester, do a bit more, do Nottingham, then link the 3 cities together, or just keep going and then link them as a end piece? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. But for now, we are up and running. We have people doing really amazing work right now. And we have one person complaining about the fare being too high because they're being really tight. And I can guarantee you they're going to be in the south of Peterborough. Let's have a look. Peterborough South. Peterborough South. There's always Peterborough South. Always Peterborough South. Anywho, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. And in the next time, we'll do some more Leicester work. Until then, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then.